We were
It,
off for
it
a
kicked
bit.
me out. I'm sorry.
No,
my
your
God.
connection.
I'm sorry. Like it was perfectly fine.
That's the thing, is it
Yeah,
just kicked us
except
offline,
it
which means an
wasn't.
entirely new broadcast. That means we got to restart from the top.
Huh.
Not even kidding.
I mean, false question.
No, not even.
Take two.
Introductions. Welcome to Town Hall.
Introductions and everything.
Oh my god. How about like take 3 now? Thanks, Rita.
Welcome to Town Hall. This is the first take. This is a live show. We do not edit, and we did not try before this take. This is the first thing of Town Hall we've done today. Welcome to
Since
Town
it's
Hall.
live, everything's always correct. We never have to restart it.
Yeah.
First question. How do you think participation has been since Div Cup has started? Impy, you can answer this. Excellent. I would love to. Okay.
A good
So-
moderator.
I've been working on my game casting. I can cast games now, just very poorly. It's gonna be weird saying the same things over again, but of course I'm not, because this is the first take. Since Div Cup and we focused on the participation across the community, we've seen a lot of increased participation. Forums posts, Weekend Warfare. Weekend Warfare has had some great weekends. I think Kitty could attest to that. And then, like, April of this year, it was our highest post count on the forum since, like, February of 16. So whenever you've, like, achieved the best month of forums posts in 2 years, something is going right. So, I mean, that's been wonderful. And the one thing we have to look out for is to see, like, every month the events are basically the same. There's not a lot of difference between month to month. And I think, like, we might see a little bit of, like, the participation dropping a bit as we move forward, because, like, people might, get fatigued from posting in Town Hall every month, or might get fatigued from playing Weekend Warfare every month, which is, I guess the way around that would probably be to get different people involved. Not having the same people do everything every month, that'd be awesome. But, if we keep bringing more people into the fold to participate and kind of see all of the things KSI offers, I think participation would step up. But there's been no doubt since we started it. Oh, yeah. You can go.
I was going to say, that, I mean, that's almost the point. Like, the first few months are going to be a lot higher and a lot more excitement. Not that you want things to drop back, but, like, you want things to become normal. Like, we want regular participation in all these events. So it's good that the first couple months hotshot things, and, like, everyone's excited to do it, but I'd like to see this program run for, like, years and years and years. And there's no way we can have 75 questions every single month, so definitely, like, remember that point-wise, and, like, just question-wise, you guys could definitely peek out at different things during the year, but seeing it come to, like, a normal state, obviously you can always improve, but as long as we're always building the average, that's, like, I don't know, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, and just getting more people involved, like I said, like he said, building the average, But since we started, the participation's been great. I mean, like I said, we kind of did like a beta last year from like November through February of this year. Or I guess technically March. But anyways, like, participation was wonderful. Like, we've already seen we've seen higher post counts. We've seen higher participation on the forums, higher participation on Weekend Warfare, higher participation in our departments. We've seen more member retention, because when people join KSI and they're told of all these things we offer, and then they get to experience it, it gives people more avenues to explore their creativity and get involved. So, like, I just think across the board, it's made the community stronger, and we've seen participation go up. And yeah, hopefully we can keep that up. And this first year is really just a huge test to see what can be added, what can be tweaked, and what works.
That is solid. So our next question, I guess it's relatively a quick one. We have a couple in a row that are kind of quick, but the first one is, oh, hold on, I need to go, I can't be in the lobby of Battlefield because the music's too epic.
Fuzzy,
Okay, the question is,
excited.
it is, it's very intense. Who was the initial person who thought of Spirit Week, and when did it start? So that was like early 2012. One of our former chief of staffs, KSI Queen Jess, she brought the idea to the board. She kind of had it, and it was nothing was too fine-tuned. But we knew, like, she brought the idea of Spirit Week, and like it all sounded kind of a little silly to us, like the name-wise, but the concept was great, and it was something no other community had ever done, including ourselves. So we kind of went through with it and just set up like one tournament a night, and like the board ran the tournaments. The members of each divisions were a part of it. It was like a lot of things when we first started. Not every division participated. Not everyone really got it. Some people thought it was dumb or cheesy. It was definitely, yeah, the first one was 2012. So the first year, we went for 5 days, basically how it is now, with like one tournament a night. We tried a few different things. Second year, we did 7 days, which literally killed everyone's soul. Again, it was like one tournament a night, and we streamed everything, no different than we do today. Third year had 3 days. That was like probably the low point of Spirit Week. Like, a lot of people were burnt out. The seniors kind of took over running it that year. And then basically from the fourth year on, it's been real normal. So 4, 5, and 6, and then this will be the 7th year. And 5 nights streamed. Jesus, the tournaments grow every single year. We did, one event tonight, then 2 events. Now some nights we have 3 events, and always have the overarching events. But the next question is, I'm sorry, that was philosophy you asked that. The next question is from Green Day Fox. Was there a best year the community had turnout-wise for Spirit Week, or does every year get better? One can dive. I want to dive right in. I guess it's pretty easy. Every year definitely gets better. Last year was the best year we ever had for Spirit Week, and the year before was the best year we ever had for Spirit Week, and it's just grown. It's gotten better every year. And it's like the Div Cup, how eventually it become normal. Now, like, members are excited about Spirit Week. A lot of members have never been in a community that didn't have a Spirit Week or a bigger event.
It's a very unique event to be a part of. That something that is, like you said, it's something that a gaming community never normally did. And it's unique in that every year is completely amazing, and it always bests itself the next year.
Do you happen to remember how many people participated in like the forums challenge alone last year, Fuzzy? Like just any number off the top of your head?
I think it was
in the archive. I forget though.
I know I posted it somewhere because I did a calculator. Pretty sure like total participation last year overall was like high 700s. That's obviously counting duplicates. That's counting, and it was like I think it was like 500 or high 400s, maybe 500 for people who participated in the forums challenge. Because we tied a record last year of 533 people on at the same time in the forums.
That's crazy.
Oh, it was, I want to say high 400s, but the total participation was like very close to 800 people like per event, like just overall. Which, again, is like 100% the best year we ever had, and I hope we do better this year. And that's always the hope. And, and I don't know, eventually we'll have a year that we don't do as well, but it won't make a difference. Because, like, from where we started to where we are, it's such a difference. Besides the fact that we've streamlined events, and, like, the second year, even the first year, like, took a lot out of us. Some divisions didn't participate in it. We only ran, like, one tournament a night, and that, like, really sucked the soul out of people. And now we're doing 2 to 3. I don't know, everything's much more streamlined, a well-oiled machine. Like, we've practiced this. We've done it so many times now that it's definitely difficult, definitely can be stressful for anyone running it, anyone participating in it, anyone behind the scenes setting up their divisions. But it definitely gets better every single year.
And, oh, excuse me. Sorry. And last year, it seemed like all the divisions were having the participating people. Like, we didn't have any, I'm not trying to throw a pantser under the bus, but any HT divisions that just didn't do anything there. And I'll let your baby, but... That was your baby, but still.
No, that's genuine. Last year, I don't know if it was either last year or the year before that we genuinely had every single division participate in every single event. And directors didn't have to step in, board members didn't have to step in. Everybody was represented everywhere. It was probably 2
I
years
think for
ago.
the past few
as I say,
couple of years,
K5I was a solid year.
K5I.
I want to say it was 2 years ago.
That's right. You remember that?
K5I. You guys hear that?
Oh, I remember that.
Whoever came up with that deserves a raise.
Yeah, that's marketing genius right there. With a
That was a
J.
solid year, though.
Oh, and honestly, that's probably the first year we had that like cemented it to how it's going to run in the future. That was the first year we started having more multiple events each night, and I don't know, there was a lot of trial and error going on years prior, probably year 4 too, but like it definitely was like, I don't know, things have been pretty standard since then, including the other 3 events throughout the year.
Well, I think what was kind of unique about K5I or Spirit Week 5 is that that was also more of a breakout for social media. We got more involved with the Twitter, the Instagram, the Twitch, all the other things that I can't think of. You know, it was great. It was great. And I was a div leader back then, but I remember that being a solid year, and every division participated that year, and it was a really good turnout.
K7I
Well, I think
is not a drink.
that
K7.
social media aspect.
KS7. Yeah, it's KS7.
I think I
one
came up.
thing
I think I decided on
was missing.
KSI 7. I thought that was a good one.
Sorry, Ace. You were saying?
Yeah.
We distracted.
I was. I'm trying so hard to be a good boy. I was saying, that social media aspect, I think, is really what was missing. Like a third pillar of the Spirit Week amazement. It was just, it was half full, but that social media aspect where everyone is actually openly, publicly being all like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna be the King of Spirit Week." That's awesome part.
Alright, so this one's good. We can all give, like, hopefully quick answers, even though most of us are not... Yeah, whatever. Hopefully. But, like, what's your favorite part of Spirit Week? I'll just go, and then we can just go down the list.
Yeah.
Like...
Oh.
I said that
That
earlier.
was
I want to
quick.
give, like... I job shadowed my father when I was, like, middle school, and, like, every question was depressing. And I remember asking what his favorite time of work was, and it was, like, the drive home. So it's like secretly I want to answer that. Like but realistically it was probably last year's ending. It's like after we like calculated everything, did it. Oh, maybe even it was like maybe 2 years ago because we started doing like the King and Queen. The last night really brought it all together. We inducted someone in the Hall of Fame, which kind of has become like a staple of the bigger events. Some of them now, and it was probably just ending that. Yeah, probably the ending. Like, not like ending it, but like the last night of probably the last 2 years. However, like it definitely rekindled my spirit at the end of like the second Spirit Week we ever did, because you can easily get disenfranchised with this community or like get burnt out. Every once in a while it takes like one big thing or one decent night or one event to like kind of like bring back a little hope. And definitely like the second year we did Spirit Week, I was like down and out, kind of miserable, and I think it might have been the first night. Really like rejuvenated me to see how much like, and again like comparing like if we had a year like that year, this year it'd be terrible, but at the time it was like amazing. But Ace, what was your favorite? And we can keep it non-negative about like any of the multiple breakdowns we've had.
So is it part
Who's had a
of
breakdown?
any Spirit Week or like your favorite?
Any Spirit Week, yeah, just your favorite part of Spirit Week.
I always loved hosting and streaming the trivia night. That was my favorite part of Spirit Week, and I wish we would bring it back.
I know.
Sons of
was
bitches
one.
want to fucking cheat though. That was so, I should not have cussed. I shouldn't have.
Maybe
You are in
if
live
I
air.
develop. Here we go, guys. Oh my goodness. Idea man Ace here. What if I develop a piece of software that we could use, almost like how we use the web version of Uno, where it's like trivia game? You can't
Oh,
cheat.
yeah,
I like-
maybe somehow. I don't know how.
Make it happen.
I don't
Give
know.
a month.
You know what? Get back to me. I don't know how I will stop cheating.
I was already looking. I actually, so we talked about this last year.
Unless it was
for
like
Fall
Skype
Classic?
video.
No, yeah, not you, but I think I wanted to bring back Trivia Night last year for Fall Classic, and I said I was going to search up a quiz
Oh, yeah, you found
website.
some. We'd have to
And I
look at
found
them.
some, but I never beta tested it, so we never implemented it. And we're like 6 months past, and I still haven't beta tested any of it. But anyways, they're all my favorites. We can all test it out sometime, and maybe by like this Fall Classic, we'll have it tested out.
See, it'll be a one-night thing, but we'll plan it for the next like 8 months. We'll get it done.
And just so everyone knows, when we talk Trivia Night, we don't mean just like KSI trivia, if you weren't aware. Like, it was like a real, like a bar trivia night.
Yeah, it was bar trivia. Like, we had sports, movies, all sorts of crap.
Now, just for the fun stuff, I think the last year we did it, or the one time I remember it,
There
the
were
whole
a
reason
lot
we
of
found
KSI
out-
questions, I thought.
yeah, we mixed some in, but I remember what ended up
Yeah.
happening was we realized there was an error where someone was cheating because I believe Jess had gone and collected all of the answers. And when she collected all the answers, one of her answers was wrong. And everyone got it right, but was wrong by the prompt, except for one person who answered
Who had,
like it was like a
spelled
name.
perfectly correct.
That's
And
It was
like,
like
the
a-
right!
it was like a
first,
name.
middle,
It was
last
a
name.
name.
That.
And he
It was a
named
name,
like
and it was
every-
like a name
Ten
everyone
names
would
Didn't we
naturally
bring
short.
him back on
Yeah.
into a stream,
Yeah.
or was it a meeting?
uh
I remember interrogating him, basically.
yeah, like it was
With
like ridiculous.
Jess.
Like it was like
Being
this
like,
wasn't the name,
we
but it was
know
like
that
the answer
you're
was like
cheating because like you're the only one who spelled it right and got it right. So I mean,
Yeah, it was like a
Yeah, like-
four-part name, and he got everything, and everyone else shortened
Yeah, I
it,
mean-
whatever.
yeah, because like the answer wasn't like Thomas Jefferson, but like it was
I
like
thought it was like
Thomas
a Renaissance thing.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like Thomas Amadeus Jefferson V Esquire or something. It's like, yeah, that's exactly what that website said it was, verbatim. Like
That's the reason
like
we
he
stopped
literally-
doing it.
Oh, but it
It'd
was
be
still a
better
fun
if
time.
maybe
Ace
if
is
we
right.
do like an HQ trivia type of thing.
Oh yeah,
But
we'll
that,
develop
Kitty,
our
what's
own
your
app.
favorite memory? Or part, or
Oh.
whatever.
I think when you guys say the end of Spirit Week, and you're joking, whatever. Mine is the end of Spirit Week, but it's kind of on a different level. It's T&E based. Last year it was, getting to celebrate with T&E members on hosting all of those events.
Cracking
and
some cold
even
ones
if
open
there's-
with the boys.
Saturdays for the boys.
Hiccups and stuff in it, it's still great to get through that as a department and get to see all these people having fun being involved with it and getting to experience Spirit Week for the first time. And I'm looking forward to the end of this one because it'll be my first time as head getting to, really work with the staff and stuff like that. So that's what
haven't seen this
Spirit
one
Week
yet.
is to me. So.
All right.
Uh,
I'll
Gerg,
have to swing that out for you.
Well,
He already said the end.
I was joking, but there's really two parts of it, and it's the one where Illusion shaved his head. If we reached 350 people in the stream, and then it might have been 250, but still, it was an ungodly amount of people streaming with us or watching the stream. And then the other one was Moo Moo doing the wrecking ball
oh, the
Shaking.
wrecking ball was great.
and kissing or licking the bottom of the vacuum. Oh,
Yeah, those were awesome. Yeah, and poor Illusion shaved his head. Hair never came back.
Oh.
Donated it to KSI.
Well, that's his.
Memories.
That is his
Contribution.
hairstyle now.
That's it.
It's like getting a tattoo of KSI.
Impy, your favorite memory or part?
Has anyone got that?
Well, I don't know. Well, other than like GZ related like winning things, I don't know. I think I'll just say like last year when we finally implemented the Directors Cup and actually like formalized like letting the directors play a role by like averaging out their divisions finishes and like letting like the divisions like kind of like rally together in like mini teams sort of kind of to rally for their director was kind of neat. We're bringing it back this year, but I know like when I was a director I like took a very hands-on approach, and I think the directors really enjoyed it, and I think the divisions really enjoyed it, and I thought it was a really cool thing. I like whenever we get to like try new things in Spirit Week, like this year with the donor free for all. We'll talk later about that.
Answer.
I'm glad you asked. I have many favorites, but I'm sure you all remember this one. HD for the win. No.
Did HD ever win? Is that a thing?
No. And that's a story not for this party, but at any rate, you know, as Bad Kitty was saying too, you know, I've worked Spirit Week as tournaments and event staff, and that last day is really a pretty phenomenal day, knowing that we're a part of that, being able to, you know, make the event so successful as it is. T&E kind of gets kind of forgot somewhat in this, that they're doing the hands-on day-to-day stuff for Spirit Week, and that requires a lot of time and work. I know some tournaments last year went to like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I think especially maybe that Prominence Poker night. So getting to the last night and seeing the success and being able to, you know, enjoy all of it, that was pretty fun. On the clan up side of it, you know, as a div leader, getting your squads and seeing the energy and the momentum. Spirit Week can be the momentum changer and a game changer for a division if you do it right. And I had a chance to see that in DL. So that's my favorite part, is just seeing everybody get all excited, get pumped, participate, and really have fun. The end.
Absolutely. Ronan Shocklord, if you will.
Or not.
You're here, you're playing the game.
Oh yeah,
Alright,
Ronan is playing.
He's in the game.
Oh, he's on the phone.
Phone.
On the phone, not in the phone.
You could too long to do the PH. Peter?
Bro, he's playing.
Yeah, no, speaking on the momentum changer thing that Panzer said, this is obviously probably a little bit more like, I don't know, a lot of people had like really like general things they liked about Spirit Week. Mine was definitely seeing, because my last Spirit Week was when I was the FI division leader, and I actually got promoted that Spirit Week, but it was really cool seeing FI go from fresh off of a merge with MP, and no one really knowing like the future of FI or, you know, what was going to happen with it, and see everyone pull together. It was super stressful, but like the forums challenge, like we got super close to LS in numbers, and I think we only lost by like two votes. We had people place in like the sevens events and stuff like that, so that was really cool seeing FI place second last year and actually place when everyone probably thought we'd be one of the lower tier divisions. Was really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Now you guys, you guys and Dio really surprised everyone. But Ronan, he's back.
Yeah. I mean, not to steal Rita's thunder, but it's kind of on the same accord. I mean, I know FI, MP, they were going through some stuff, so it's super dope that they placed and actually like beat the dog crap out of the voting poll. But EO was kind of on the same thing. I mean, we were like a couple months before that on like the verge of closing. So definitely just participating and getting points was probably the most hype of that. I think we like obliterated the montage, and then the voting just in general. Like between us and WD, like, we had a really big fear that WD was going to kick us out of third place. But those points definitely helped us place third overall.
It was a good year for both of you guys. Nebula,
Yes. My favorite memory?
Sure.
Oh, alright. Probably getting Jen. Oh wait, is it Spirit Week?
It's Spirit Week.
Oh my lord.
Okay, so
You had one
Oh my
you had
God.
one job.
I've never won in Spirit Week. So it's kinda just participating would be my favorite.
Not about
Oh,
winning or
okay.
losing.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I'm
I
playing.
mean, mine wasn't. Mine wasn't.
I mean,
about
y'all have like
winning.
big ones, like being directors.
Yeah, Ace
you're
have never
like,
played
I
in
was like a
Spirit Week.
lieutenant.
I play. I just don't care if I win, so I never
Oh,
win.
yeah.
Ace would win
I
trivia.
mean, I normally board team places when we play a game, but it's just like meh. Who cares?
It's
though,
also
right?
nice that we pick and choose the games we play. Only one so we
Right.
know we'll do good then.
I mean, I could have said my favorite time was last year when we played freaking
ETA?
countdown over or whatever time.
Oh, OT Rumble.
That OT Rumble, but it's. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, it was fun. I hope we do it
So it's just
again.
like, whatever the highlight was, Nebby. So, just participating.
Yep. I don't think I
Okay,
did a
that's
whole
all.
lot last Spirit Week though. So, not that. I don't remember a whole lot actually.
Alright. Well, because drugs are bad, okay?
Okay.
We told you not to try that dope.
Sorry.
But you did.
Have you seen this
Alright.
comeback though?
This is from
Facts.
KSI Blood and Demonic Mayhem. KSI has been doing Spring Break, Turkey Bowl, Spirit Week. He didn't have Fall Classic, but we'll put that in there for a while now. Why is it we separate the 7 staff from playing in matches with their fellow people of their divisions? Why do we have 7 specific games? Why do we separate our leadership from our members? And can we change this? Sure, a few different people can put in different points on this. I'll just say that Spirit Week, a couple years ago, we didn't have 7s events. We saw a growing trend of occasionally, if a 7 was really good at one specific event, or if like the division didn't have enough people to play in that team, they would put themselves in the game. You know, kind of like tryouts. Like, you know, if you tried out and you were good and like you were the best player in the division, they wanted you to play. And kind of depending on who you are as a leader, some of them played, some of them didn't. But for the most part, 7s as leaders wanted their members to play and didn't really play themselves. And they spent more time doing work and organizing tryouts and setting up, you know, several hundred people to organize 8 different teams. And they never really got a chance to play. So the reason we have a 7s events is not only just have some more events that are slightly more manageable, but it's also like, you know, a thank you. Because for the most part, 7s don't participate in these events. And I'd even say as far as generals, like a lot of them don't participate because it's almost giving back to your members. Like you get to a point in leadership where a lot of the guys take a step back and they end up not really participating and more like find the enjoyment of the event, coordinating the guys and building the teams and building the spirits and being essentially the leader, the guy who rallies the group. So when the only reason we did the 7s events is because 7s weren't playing games, and we thought that was unfair. And like I said, that even goes the same as generals too. Basically, all the leaders of the divisions aren't, for the most part, participating in events. So we made that so 7s have something to do, and it's a variety. And it's usually whatever game we're playing that night. The 7, if they want to play, they can also play, and it earns the same amount of points. And you can contribute a whole lot to your division by doing that. But again, it's also like a thank you for doing tons of work. Like, you can have your own fun. Like, it's a gaming community. You should also game and not be stubborn and put your members in front of you all the time. Now it kind of takes that away, and you have your own thing. I will say occasionally someone's been, like, incredibly good at one particular thing. Like, Ronan was div leader last year, but Ronan can sing really well, so Ronan did karaoke. Like, it was understood in his division that probably the best, if not second best in the division at singing, so he would sing. But it wasn't him being like the 5th best singer, but insisting that he was the best and kicking out one of his own members from participating. He just simply, it was agreed upon with his division, no different than any other member, that he was most qualified to actually do karaoke. So anyone else can interject anything they want. It's kind of my impression on it.
Yeah, definitely what you touched on. It's definitely nice. I also think it's more fun for sevens to also compete with fellow sevens. You know, a lot of the sevens events, at least from like the ones that I participated in, like Prominence Poker and stuff like that, it was really nice to step out of, you know, usually if you're a division leader or a divisional 7, you're kind of stuck with your division. And that's not a bad thing, it's just you have to focus on your division. That's where your scope is. And I think it's really nice for sevens to have kind of a friendly competition between themselves on games, but also to meet new sevens and meet other leaders in the community. It's not that, you know, we don't want sevens meeting members, it's just we have so many members and so many people from, you know, really captain down, because that's the bulk of who participates, that those events are going to get filled up regardless. But it's nice to have a sevens event there that sevens can participate in exclusively. Again, it's like a thank you to them, but it's also nice to compete against other sevens and whatever. I made a lot of contacts and networked with a lot of people doing tournaments like that, and those relationships have lasted me my entire time here in KSI.
And as far as like segregation, you're only as segregated as you make yourself. I mean, if you go around doing, you know, being in watch, like what contributes to Spirit Week? It's not just the gaming atmosphere. I mean, being active on social media can get you points. Being active in the forums poll gets you points. Being active in Twitch and the chat and supporting and watching people is playing a role. It's supporting your division. It's building camaraderie. It's building a good atmosphere and an exciting time. And then, you know, so whether you're participating in a sevens event or you participate with your division, I mean, I don't know. It's just, you're not segregated. You're not... Everybody plays a role in making Spirit Week good, and I just, you know... It's just up to you what you make of it, is basically what it comes down to.
It's almost like the outlook of, like, I don't know, is it better to be the person who can motivate and inspire people to want to bring other people into this community? Like, you could be a general and you could get 10 people to go out and recruit 10 other people because they want them to be part of this community. Or you could just go out and recruit 10 people. Both are essential to the equation, but, like, they play different factors. Just playing the game is one thing. And like I said, sevens, it's never been a thing that sevens could play with the members. But it's whatever's best for the division, and you obviously want your members to play because it's kind of their event. If you're a 7 now, we've been doing this for 7 years, you've already played and you've already participated in all the multiple events we've run throughout the year, and some of the newer guys never have. So it's kind of their turn, but it's throughout times we've always had. I mean, at some points we even had like board that had to step in for divisions because they just didn't have enough people. And plus, we're running 2 teams in a couple different events this year, and which will make more places available for teams to play. And kind of my